Now from the war against Hamas to the thousands of people trying to flee that war zone through the Rafah crossing and the families trying desperately to help them. Fula Sakir, her 2-year-old son Zain, and 8-month-old daughter Zaina all became stranded in Gaza while visiting family when the war broke out. Well, mom is a permanent resident of the U.S. and the kids are U.S. citizens, so the family should be able to cross into Egypt, but for some reason, her name was not on the list. And here is where she had to make that very difficult decision for the sake of her children's safety. While some mothers were just handing their kids over to strangers, hoping that they would get to safety, Fula did not. And now she and her young kids are stuck there in Gaza, and her husband, Ramiz, who is at their home in Arkansas right now, is pleading with the government to help get his family out of there.
I plead the U.S. government to help my family exit Gaza, along with the 600 American citizens trapped there. Please do your duty, do your job, and get my kids and family back. Thank you.
Well, the family is also now suing the government in an attempt to get Fula and the kids home. Joining us now, the family's lawyer, Justin Islay. So, Justin, first of all, we know that Fula and Zain and Zaina, they're still there in Gaza, right there in the thick of some of the deadliest fighting. Can you just tell us how they're doing, and when is the last time you've been able to talk to any of them?
Thank you for having me, Kara. The last I spoke to their father, who's in Iraq waiting for their safe return, they are stuck in Rafah, and because they are aware of the dire nature of this and that being the only crossing, they have been at the border for well over a week, and they have not been able to cross. And as you said, the 2 children on the list, but the green card holder mother is not. The 2-year-old has been traumatized with the bombing everywhere. The mother is trying to protect him from being afraid, but the death toll is at about 10,000, and we just do not want my client's wife or children to be one of those numbers.
So, you know, Fula brought her children there to the Rafah border crossing and had to make that, painstaking choice of whether she should hand her kids over to a stranger or keep them there in Gaza. How did it get to that point? And tell me why she made the decision just to keep the kids with her.
I am not aware, you all have to report, I'm not aware of anybody who was handed over an 8-month-old baby to someone they don't know, especially in these circumstances. I'm sure your viewers can imagine being a mother of getting rid of a child that small. Originally, when we were maintaining communication with the State Department through completely disorganized communication, they suggested that they cross without their mother. And I advised them that the mother, obviously, the kids shouldn't crawl across the border. It's still very dangerous. There has been some bombing around Rafah, and they're in dire need of getting across the border.
So you filed this lawsuit on behalf of the family. Tell me why you think this will help, and how would that work?
As you can see, we filed a lawsuit, and it details, I encourage your viewers to read the lawsuit. It's available online. But the U.S. has a history of getting its people out of war zones very, very quickly. And I detail each of those previous incidents over the past decades and how that is dissimilar to how they were treating Americans who were stuck in Palestine. Even during the conflict, there was immediately trips offered to those in Israel who are afraid for their lives, but not the same for those who are stuck in Gaza.
So we reached out to the State Department, Justin, for response and how they are helping permanent residents like Fula get out of Gaza. And the department put out a statement saying it's a fluid and quickly evolving situation, and Israel, Egypt, and Hamas are the entities who decide who is on the list to get out of Gaza. They added that they are assisting guardians of citizens like Fula to depart Gaza to the best of our ability. That's the quote. Just your response to that.
Well, we were encouraged, this lawsuit has been filed for a week now, almost exactly. And we were encouraged Sunday that we had actually some correspondence from the State Department that seemed to actually be paying attention. But it's very frustrating because this should not be needed. It took over a week after this lawsuit was filed. They're not treating these people the same. And how we can approve $14.5 billion before we can get our own people home, it's frankly embarrassing.
Justin Islay, I hope you'll keep us posted on where this goes. And we especially want to know when the girls, when the two and mom get home.
We're going to get you that picture of them getting off that plane, I promise you.
And we'll put it on the air. Justin, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.